This is Elizabeth. My speech today is about why teachers should get paid more. Teachers, they don't get paid enough. Unfortunately, for the kind of work they do and for the hours they work, they don't get well paid. The average teacher makes $39,000 a year as a salary, and it's not too bad, but it's not enough to live. It doesn't really pay. I mean, especially here in the north, on the north side of Texas, um, a teacher's salary doesn't really pay them a rent. Or maybe they can rent, but they cannot buy to own a house. Um, the they cannot afford to pay insurance for their families. So it's and actually here in Texas, it is a little bit higher than what it is in the rest of the country. The teacher salary. Um, Teachers need to get paid more. They do work a lot. They work. I mean, it's not just 40 hours a week. They work since they get up in the morning. Getting ready, going to work, start the day. They have to be there before the students to get to the school, and most of the time they have to stay after school. When everybody goes home, teacher stays there or either preparing or giving tutorials, because some students don't learn during the day, or they need extra time, or they need to do a retake. So teachers have to stay there, helping them to learn, helping them to understand what they didn't understand during the day, and or just giving them an extra time for completing a test or an assignment. Some teachers, they do extra coaching, or they have to do clubs. That's a part, and it doesn't pay. But they have to belong to a club. Also, teachers, they have to take trainings and certifications every single year during the summertime. They do have to kind of like be in school, make certain amount of hours, so they can keep their certifications going on, and they can kind of like get their salary. But it's not like they get they will get like a bonus or anything. No, they don't get anything. So teachers do deserve more. Why do they deserve more? Because they have their future in their hands. We all have been, we all have had a teacher in our lives. We all have been in a classroom probably for more than 40 hours in our lives. And even if you say, oh no, I never been in school, I'm pretty sure you have a teacher in your life. Even if you have been homeschooling, you had a teacher in your life. Probably it was your mom, or a neighbor or something, or somebody from church. But it was still a teacher. It was making the paper of a teacher. We wouldn't learn the same, or at the same rate, or at the same pace without a teacher. They not, teachers just not show. I mean, teachers academic skills, or the 1, 2, 3, or the ABCs. They teach us too ways of life. They model behaviors. They teach us how to be patient. They have so many skills. Then they pass it to you. They trust in you, and you trust them. I will always see it like they're like second parents in the school. When when you're in school, when you're little, they're second parents. Personally, my own kids, I always tell them when they were little, respect your teacher, because that woman over there or that man over there is your parent, is your mother, is your father. All the time you're in the school, you are they're in charge of you, and you have to respect them the same way you respect me. Because that's how we have to see them, with the respect they deserve, because they're educating people, they're educating us, they're educating our future, and that's what they're there, and they do it with all their with all their heart, and I really admire them. I know some people will say, oh no, there are some lazy people, or they're teaching because they didn't have enough head to study another profession or to become something else. But it's not always true, because most of the teachers, they're there for the students. They're not there for the money. That's for sure. Maybe you can tell, well, who wouldn't like to have a summer off? But after spending 9 months with kids, if you in elementary school, we have 25, 30 students the whole day for 9 months. Who can deal with that? Some parents cannot even deal with two. Who can deal with 30 kids at the same time for 9 months? It's a lot. So I think the summertime is a very well deserved break for teachers, not just for students. So some other people say, that's one of the main reasons why they say they're lazy, because they don't work in the summers. But it's not true neither, because some teachers have to work in the summer because they don't have enough money. So some of them, they have to go and do the summer school because the summer school will pay an extra salary. Some teachers work in restaurants or retail shops, name it, different stuff, because they do need to get that extra income. Then it will help them, to pay for stuff for their family, or even to pay for vacations, because the regular salary won't pay for that. So the government, some politicians, they have said too that teachers are lazy, or they're mocking the teachers because they want to pay more, because they're this past year, because they were doing strikes, and because they want to make more money, and calling the teachers lazy. A lot of parents do too. They say, they always call the teacher lazy, and it's never the teacher's fault when something happened to the student or something. But they don't know, because they haven't been there. Being a teacher is the noblest profession of all. Being a teacher they do it with all their heart. They do it because they love kids. They love children. They have faith in the future. That's the only people who you can say they do love what they do, because they don't make enough money, but they still doing it. And every year they come back, not because they're gonna make big bucks. They come back because they love the next generation they're gonna teach. We do have to appreciate the teachers. I think we do have to fight for them to make more money, to earn more money, and to have respect, to have everybody in the country, including politics, doctors, governors. Everybody should really appreciate teachers and respect them. And with that respect them, pay them more. Pay them a decent salary where they don't have to go look for another job, and where they can live, a good life. If we, teachers, a lot of people doesn't want to be a teacher nowadays, because they say, well, where is this going? Everything's going to go online. Teachers, are not getting well paid enough now. And what's going to happen when the school system goes completely online? We're still going to need the human part. We're still going to need good teachers to be there for our kids. And so we have to encourage them. We have to encourage them. And a good way to encourage them is just to give them better salaries. I think, if they already love what they do and they're happy doing it, probably they will be 1000% happier teaching. And so I think they deserve it. I think we have to fight for it. I think we need to help them to reach the bigger salary they deserve. And because if they don't want to teach anymore, who's going to teach our future? Who's going to teach our doctors, our politicians, our engineers, our nurses? There's always a teacher behind all of us. And that's the reason why I think teachers should get paid more. Thank you.